Hola, buenos días. ¿Cómo están ustedes? So I just want to give you a little bit of an update of what's going on. I watched all the Flipgrid responses yesterday. I hope you watched all those videos because some of them were pretty phenomenal. I started looking at the grammatica exercises. Some of them look pretty wrong. um, So when I do send out the video with the answers, look at it carefully, really, really, really carefully, because these are some things that you do mess up when you're speaking on. So, country fact sheet, that's kind of up to you, but you really need to go back and review it because you've got to have that culture information. You should be working on the culture comparison topics. Class yearbook, I saw a couple of you have your pages already done, and your diario is ongoing process. So yesterday we had our live classroom, and we will do it again tomorrow. But I promise we'll just do the simulated conversation once. And you should be going through and reading over all those idiomatic expressions and things like that. Things on this are phrases that you can use on the AP exam. And then there's one where it talks about common errors with word use. And some of you are having some difficulty with that. And so, para hoy, you are just going to be watching grammar. It's easy grammar, but it is pretty important, and deceptive words, etc., etc. So it's kind of a continuation. We'll go live tomorrow again. You need to make sure that you are recording within the actual time frame. Obviously, you can't do simulated conversation, but as far as the other, and I think some of you need to be meeting up with me about stuff. So, ¿qué más? Vamos a continuar. Pretty much continue through. Now, a couple things about yesterday's live. Some of you, I mean, it's natural you're struggling when we go live because you've been practicing in the past, using the things on AP Classroom where you had time to think about it. And really, you don't have a whole lot of time with the conversation. So watch TV, try to speak Spanish, even if it's with the dog. It will help, I promise. Okay. So a couple of things on the conversation that were missed by a lot of students. First of all, it's el problema, el problema, el problema. Okay, those words that those words that end in ma are L words. Other thing, make sure that you don't pronounce your H's. Some of you are, and I send comments. Some of you need to think a little more about the grammar and maybe speak a little bit slower. And then some of you are just agonizing and afraid to make a mistake, and you just need to let go a little bit. But the biggest thing overall is that you need to take time to organize it. You need to have an intro, a short intro, but some sort of intro, and you don't need to just repeat the prompt. And you need to have some sort of conclusion, even if it's short, really short. Wrap it up. If it does cut you off, this was one thing that they sent out on the information, you can keep going. They're going to listen to that. Now, I would not go beyond just a few seconds, but if you hadn't had the opportunity to sum it up, I'd go ahead and sum it up. Take 10 seconds to sum it up because they will listen to you. Also on the conversation, if you hadn't quite finished your thought, you can talk through the beat because they're going to hear all of it. I know some of you are just struggling to fill the time, but complete your thoughts. That is very important. Let's see what else. And the big thing is, this is a cultural comparison, and you can't just give generalizations about poverty or generalizations about unemployment. Certainly, it's better to keep talking, even if it's generalizations, because, part of it is your ability to speak Spanish clearly. But you need to give details, and that's why it is so, so important that you're looking over your country sheets. That's so important that when we finish with the cultural comparison, which is due later in the week, Thursday, I believe, when you finish your part of the cultural comparison, first of all, finish it, but that everyone goes back and studies it, and you think about it a little bit on your own, because you might not like the examples they give, or maybe you have something better from your own country, but you need to give specific examples, okay? And we have watched some videos and things like that you certainly can draw upon, but you should have that information for each country. You should be working on different things like that. So no, generalization better than nothing, but that's not going to get you the highest score. Now, we're in distance learning, and I always say, if you're not a heritage speaker, if you make a 3, that's good. But I really think that most of you are capable of beyond the 3. I know you can all get a 3, but just do not give up. Do not give up. Conversation, I don't think you had much problem understanding at all. But yeah, and I'm going to post a couple. Miguel's going to be the spotlight for this week, because he did a really good job. And there might have been errors, yeah, but there was enthusiasm. There was a lot of culture, and he's not the only one that did a great job. Don't forget those transitions. Don't forget proverbs. Transitions, proverbs, very important. Higher level vocabulary. Those are the things that are going to push you into those 4s, push you into that 5, keep you secure in that 5. The other thing is with the simulated conversation, it's good if you can put culture in there too. I think it was Selena who started talking about, well, she would prefer to go to España, and she used cultural references with Spain. So as long as it's a Spanish speaking country, so that was good. So yeah, you need to keep that stuff going. Now, for a couple things I need to tell you that's very important today. I have a meeting at 1:15, a department head meeting, and so I will not be available at 1:15. Usually they're pretty fast, so you can try to go to my Google Meet, and I might be there, after like 1:30, 1:45. You can try. If not, you got several ways to reach me. And so I will be posting. Oh, I hope you have definitely watched all the information on the AP exam. And Friday, I will go ahead and post the next week. I don't want to overwhelm you, but I know some of you like to start working early. And I do know you have AP exams next week. So we will be doing the live speaking again. Okay, same days. You will have your diario, your journal. Okay, I will be just sending out things like every day. You need to be reviewing this, you need to be reviewing that, your own time. I have a couple of sheets with helpful hints and things like that. And the College Board video I watched yesterday was helpful. They're still sending them out every day, so I will probably send the ones that I think are helpful and tell you the most important parts and kind of let you do that on your own. So we are wrapping it up, and remember, big thing, your book's due. Okay, your book's due next week, and what I will do when I get it all, I will reshare it or whatever I need to do. You can make a copy and you can keep it forever. So Class A, I heard that regular yearbooks are ready on Friday, so that's exciting for you. So creo que no tengo nada más. Adiós, muchachos. Chao.